In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how we can read Logcat files, which is typically where applications log information about what's happening with them. And using this, we're going to be able to potentially learn more information about how the app runs, for one. And for two, we might actually see some information disclosures through the logs by logging something that shouldn't have actually been logged, like a username or password, right? So in order to get Logcat to view in Android Studio, you could just go under View, and then Tool Windows, and then Logcat. This will display the Logcat for whatever device you're currently running, whether it be an emulator or it be an actual device plugged in. It will display all of the logs for that data. So these are all of the logs that are displaying right now, and you see that they're continually updating as things happen on the device. And there's a few things that we can do here. For one, this trash can here will clear out the Logcat log. So I'll make it a little bit easier to actually see the data when we're working with it. So generally what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to launch up my application. And I'm just going to see if anything interesting happens when I'm using it, right? So when I launch up Logcat, you see a whole bunch of stuff happens here, right? It's really a lot of information that's getting logged. So a lot of the time it can be hard to miss, but we'll demonstrate a few techniques that we can utilize to help out with that. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go ahead and log in. So I'm going to log in with a valid set of credentials. So we'll say Dinesh and then Dinesh 123. Oh, sorry, it's Dinesh at $123. That's the password. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clear this and I'm going to hit login. And you can see a ton of things just happen there, right? So we want to sort of like look through all of the things that happened and see, well, did anything get logged on that login? And maybe anything that might have been, potentially interesting pieces of information. And we can look through this and just sort of see, okay, is there anything in here that's actually potentially helpful? And the answer is there's a lot of stuff here, right? So it's a little bit hard to actually read. But if you go into this search bar here, you can actually try looking for things specific to the application itself. So for instance, I can search for something like login and see if anything actually contained the words login inside of it. You can see here that I have the post login portion and then these pieces here. But as you can see right here, we have successful login and it shows the account as well as the password. So you can see that there's actually an insecure log happening here. So that's one way that we're able to search this. In general, you could also just put in insecure bank v2. This will display everything related to the Insecure Bank app itself. So as you can see, this is everything that got logged with that app. And then I can keep that filter on, and as I continue to access things, you'll see that it's going to log things specific to that app, and it's going to show activities that are getting processed and all that sort of stuff. So we can just try out some of the different functionality and see if anything is actually logging anything weird, right? Maybe try changing the password, for instance. Say I try changing the password, I'll just change it back to what it was originally. When I press on change password, you'll see what it logged was it logged the phone number for one, and then it also shows the updated password. So you can see that these logs are logging a lot of really important information. This is all information disclosure because apps can read this this Logcat directory, right? So if I create an app that is just reading your Logcat, I can parse out your phone number from this. I can parse out your password from this. I can do all sorts of things to exploit it. So this is really problematic. So this is a really great place to look because if you're familiar with development processes, a lot of the times our solution to debugging something is, let's put a log statement in and see what these values end up being. And if they forget to remove those log statements, you end up with these nice information disclosures, which are pretty low-hanging fruit that you can use to disclose and get potential bug bounties out of.